Electoral stakeholders have called on the National Assembly to speed up the process for the passage of the Electoral Amendment Bill, and they have also called on President Muhammadu Buhari to speed up assent to the bill and deliver a brand new Electoral Act 2021 to Nigerians ahead of 2021 Democracy Day celebration on June 12. The stakeholders who convened in front of the National Assembly on Tuesday during plenary demand the speedy passage of the Electoral Amendment Bill, noting that there is urgent need for reforming the electoral legal framework as it is being founded on the broad-based consensus by Nigerian citizens and electoral stakeholders on the need for a more credible and improved electoral process.
This is one of our actions in demanding for a new electoral law. This engagement, we did not want to be in one cozy room to do that. So we had brought the demands to the National Assembly as they sit today, so that they would understand that citizens would not keep making demands until we have a new law. In addition, different partners are also having several engagements with key stakeholders in the National Assembly and placing demands on them. And on the question on these priority issues, are they there? Yes. They were presented as part of memos to the public during the public hearing. And one of the things we are demanding is to ensure that in the review process, these priority issues are not neglected. We do not want a law that only protects interests of political parties or politicians. What we have seen is that these politicians mortgage our future by demanding or making reforms that only favors their interests. What we are demanding today is that in the reform process, the priority issues of citizens are taken into consideration, because if the law is not citizens responsive, then it is not a law for Nigerians.
If you were around during the lead up to the Edo 2020 election, you will have come out with the impression that that election would not hold. At the end of the day, the election held. There is a governor there now, and Edo State is being run by that governor. If you were around in 2011, it will always be about this 2011 election, will it hold? In 2015, in fact, there was a prediction that Nigeria would disintegrate before 2015. And in 2019, we have had, let me tell you, the politicians are preparing for election. Part of the challenge of insecurity that you see may not also be taken away from the push that will lead us to that 2023. In the next few months, all the conversation will be about candidates, and Nigerians will start taking position on who to support and who not to support, including those today who are at the center of the drama that we're seeing. That is not to say that the security is not a concern, but it has not and will not affect the preparations for 2021 election. And we do not want to use that as an excuse for the National Assembly to deter and the executive also to deter, because what has happened before now is for me a leadership conspiracy to ensure that Nigerians don't have the kind of electoral act that they require to run a credible, fair, acceptable election.
Publication of polling unit level results by INEC to promote transparency in the result collation and transmission process. Number 3, promoting the voting rights of the blind and the visually impaired. Number 4, reducing the cost of nomination of candidates to promote a level playing field for all contestants. Number 5, promoting the inclusion of women, youth, and persons with disability in politics. Number 6, legislating the use of technology in the electoral process with particular emphasis on the biometrics, voter register, biometric accreditation of voters, electronic voting, electronic collation and transmission of results.